All right, Morty, listen up this podcast. It's like a garage sale for your brain. We're diving into the 90s, back when phones had cords and cartoons were borderline illegal. Strap in, grab a juice box, and prepare for cognitive dissonance. It's the Garage Chronicles!
Welcome back. This is Marcus.
And John.
And, you know, whenever I think of a certain genre, I always go back to a time that feels right with me, you know, the 2000s. That was awesome. You know, we had all the badass tech, and we could really have everything evolving in front of our eyes. But what I miss is that old 90s stuff. You know, the kind of things that just make you think, why did they stop making it like that? You know what I mean?
I do. I'm kind of on that part, but I also feel like I said, the 2000s were a great time. That's like, to me, I kind of like, we weren't teenagers at the early 2000s, but I kind of schedule that's our teenage years to like adulthood, graduating.
Yeah.
So that's always going to be a hell of a time for us. But being born and growing up in the early 90s was a different, like I said, different type of experience. To me, it was the feeling, I guess, the way, I don't know, the 90s felt like this.
Yeah.
Good vibes, good beats.
I've had this good, chill, kind of, you know, you could just really relax and do anything, it felt like.
You know, you see, when I was growing up, I would see people walking out and about everywhere. People riding bikes wasn't just crackheads.
Yeah.
It wasn't as what it is now. Like, these Gen Xers kids see the way the world is, and I don't blame them. They're just like, dude, this is shit. Like, why would we?
Yeah, it's definitely different than what we used to be able to just walk, you know, and not have to worry about is, oh shit, is somebody gonna pick my kid up?
Right.
I'm pretty sure our parents were a little bit too, in somewhat a way, but not as like, oh crap, we gotta track them. We gotta have to know every single pinpoint of where they're at, you know. I think technology's kind of done that a little bit to us. You know, now we have Find My Phone or whatever. You can literally track anybody.
That's the difference between the eras. Like, 90s was just like raw, unfiltered, just a banging time. I know we talked about it earlier, but I wish I was the age I am now in the 90s. I think we would have been like, now like we were doing that, fast forward, now we're 65 and 2025, we probably would have been millionaires. That would have been our time. That's how I felt about what I can remember and felt about the 90s, because everybody was just happy and prospering. Like,
yeah, it felt like everything was gonna get good, like better.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're gonna, you know, if you achieve this, we're gonna get there. Like, especially, you know, our pays, you know, I always envisioned getting to this level, and now I feel like I'm still at the bottom level. Like, I gotta keep
Isn't that crazy? Because when I was growing up, like I said, in the 90s, like, I always had the feeling like, man, by the time I be an adult, like, we're gonna have to care for everything. There's gonna be world peace, there's gonna be greatness, there's gonna be all this, and then, you know, here I am, like, 28 years later, you know.
Still the same.
Like, same shit. So it's just like, 90s was like that last, like, before the 2000, I think 2010 was like the last bit of like, okay, what's really going on here? But anyways, that's a story for another time.
That's a different era.
But 90s, a lot of things came out of it, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of shows, a lot. And now you see it in New Age, they're remaking everything. It just shows you how good that eras were, you know, dipping into the 80s and 90s era. You know, those were some good times. That's whenever technology could get some stuff out to the world. That was, I guess, our modern day version of TikTok, you know.
You're right about all that, because I felt like content and stuff back then, since like you didn't have an iPhone with YouTube on it. Like, if you wanted to do this, like, you had to go out there, meet somebody that's kind of done it, get information, or go to like a meeting, or I don't know what they did back in the 90s. I wasn't old enough to know how to.
Yeah.
I don't know who you go to, but whatever. We use YouTube, but back then they actually had to like do the raw research and do everything. Maybe that's why it has a little bit more of like a flair, a soul to it.
Yeah.
Compared to everything now.
Yeah. I mean, everything is digitalized. You can use AI to help you out. I do. It helps me
I
out.
do too.
But there's also that good raw feeling of something that is traditional in a way, I guess you would say. It takes a lot more time, it takes more effort, and that's the 90s vibe. You gotta put some effort into it. It's what at least I felt.
For real though, I wish, like, I'm glad, like, I was born in it, but I wish I would have saw it, like, maybe when I was, like, 15 or 16, and those eyes.
Could understand a little bit more.
Yeah. Like, was it really that peaceful as we thought it is? Or it's just, like, with, like you said, less technology, less news, or weren't so bombarded with, like, oh, they did an airstrike here, or children got shot, like...
Yeah, or were we so naive to it, because we were young at that time.
Right. And it seems like, to me, like, I noticed it with my parents and some other people, like, they were more, I know it's going to sound funny, but they're, like, more drawn into the Matrix and didn't really pay attention to what was going on outside of them. That generation was so focused on themselves, it was, like, ridiculous shit. So it's just, like, was it a bad world? Was it not? Because there's times where I'll talk to mom, and mom's, like, she don't know about, like, shadow government. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, my mom's smart, but she's not, like...
That kind of stuff, it just wasn't...
Oh, but she'll throw it back. She's like, well, back in the 90s, da-da-da. But Mom, was it really, though?
Yeah. It's weird, and my parents are even older.
Yeah.
So I even have an even older perspective of how that was, because, Pops is like 75, 76 now, so I'm 33.
That's crazy.
So, I mean...
I forget about that sometimes.
It's weird for me, like very weird. I got a big generational gap. It's my youngest sister, 15 years apart.
15.
So
Yeah, 'cause me and Miranda were like 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of know.
Yeah. Yeah, but it felt like even though I had two older sisters, I was an only child.
By myself, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they took care of me more than I felt like they were my
aunts or something,
guardians.
Yeah, they're sisters.
They watched me a lot, so.
That's some weird shit, huh? Like,
Yeah.
you're supposed to cause some mischief with them, but...
But it was chill, I got to do stuff. They took me underwear, whatever they were doing. It was cool. But then I really enjoyed, that still going into a 90s era place in that time, and with my sisters, going to like Kmart, thinking of something like that.
Circuit City.
Yeah.
I forget all the old school toy shops in San Angelo Mall that they would have.
Toys R Us.
The old school ones. Yeah, they used to have like books, puzzles. And
the old Rick's collectibles and stuff like that.
I like that.
And your dad had a shop.
My dad's
too.
car shop,
Yeah.
the Dugout. Yep, shout out to the Dugout. R.I.P.
I miss. That's one thing too. The mall. The mall had a good 90s vibe back then, where you could just go and find everything there.
Everything.
And now, some of them are a little bit better off, but then some of them are still in decline.
I'm surprised the ones that are still in there are still in there for the years they had been,
Some of them are holding it down.
I mean, I know they switched spots like 5 or 6 damn times, but it's just like...
I'm over here now.
But, I mean, all rational specs, man, I don't even spend money like that anymore. So it'd be like, it's a Texas Longhorn hat. $50, but it's so cool, let me get it. I'm just like, it's a hat, fuck it. Yeah, I'm straight.
I like those to just like browse around, kind of like going to what's that other place? I think Hastings.
Oh, I miss fucking Hastings. I miss
going there at like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock at night, just fucking around, just listening to the jams, because they have the You listen to new album songs. That's another place I picked up a good music too.
Hastings was a good place, bro. I wonder how many hidden gems was in that shop, like a first edition Charizard, and we didn't even know, just because at that time it's just like whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Those cards were
Yeah. Literally could buy 3 houses in the company.
Oh, how many booster boxes they gave away at stupid low prices because they couldn't give it away.
To put this in respect, sorry for my language there, I still kind of keep up with prices. Like the original, this ain't a Shadowless, this ain't the first edition, the original set, regular packet goes for about $350 to $400. I was looking at this thing on TikTok, it was just showing the flashbacks. They're like, well, you found this thing, and the price on top of it was $2.98. $2.98, and now today it's for $350 per year.
It's outrageous. But I mean, that's the '90s pull.
Yeah. People want to buy the nostalgia of the feeling.
Yeah, they want to pull that pack that they got whenever they were a kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I used to remember buying those packs at Kmart. They used to have a stand. I mean, that's where we went a lot. We went to Kmart
with the Game Boys all.
I mean, they had it all around.
That too, bro. The Game Boys or the
Game Boys. You remember that Game Boy Color I bought off you?
You still got it?
I still have it, but the Pokemon Blue, the battery.
It finally went out.
It's finally out. It won't save anymore. I gotta do a transplant. Yeah, because me and Marco were gonna start a save file on it. We're just getting into that vibe. We're just playing like I have my emulator on my phone.
I'm glad you are putting it to good use.
Yeah, I played it for a good bit, and then it got shelved for a while, and then just out of the blue, I was like, just pull it out.
We're on the same thing. Adrian was like, let me get you a Switch. I'm like, I'm gonna play it for 15 minutes, put it down, and probably won't touch it until.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a Switch. I forgot about that.
I bought it, and now Marco.
Right. It'll be for the girls. Yeah. Like I want to get 10 my PlayStation 4 and stuff later. Like I just want like a simple little smart TV or something.
Yeah. Isn't that nice with this digital age instead of where we had to hook up to this entertainment systems that were huge.
Bro, the TV
that had all the switches and the buttons.
The big old square TVs where you needed a football team to carry those bitches in.
Yes, those big giant TVs.
I admit though, our folks back then were some strong people. I just didn't realize it.
Yeah.
Shit, they got built moving furniture. That's the thing though too, bro. Like I be tripping out sometimes. Like the Pokemon prices are different, but our dryer went out. We have a gas dryer. We had it for years, but went to the Best Buy to go get one. We had an open box one. The bitch was still $500 for like a basic one. And I was talking to my mom. I was like, I remember you get these hoes $75, $100 all day of the week. You go Facebook Market, pop it. 90s shit, 90s prices, 90s things. But nah.
No, you can't even find a broke one for that price. I was trying to find one from mom and dad because theirs went out too, and couldn't find one. I found a bunch of broken ones. Oh, this one only does the heat cycle once, and then it does this.
There's different things now, different ones. Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh.
We went to Admin and Best Buy first, and this guy's like, well, this one does, like you were saying, like, this is. I was like, motherfucker, I just want the cheapest, simplest one that would drive my fucking clothes, bro.
Just do the job.
I was like, we just use gas. Yeah, but yeah. I wish we would have 90s prices again.
Yeah. Everything you can just. I mean, I understand that the '90s dollar wasn't as strong. Well, it's still not strong. I don't know what I'm saying. The way that they made the money, you know, what was minimum wage? Probably like $3 or something like that back then.
Something probably even lower.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. It still sucked because everything was expensive still to them because they were only making that much. But you know, it's still the same.
Because they just that's before Clinton decided to send all of our companies and shit to Mexico and overseas for cheaper wages, and you know everything started to crumble after that. Kind of like here with our main employer, Chronic-cles, right?
Yep, they're gone to Mexico.
You know,
I think they sold to Oklahoma or something, and then they sold to Mexico. I don't know.
Dad and Selfkirk.
Yeah, the stamp shop. That's the one that went to Mexico. I know for sure.
I'm just saying, like, we used to have companies that would supply the whole town with healthy living. Like,
there's jobs.
there was jobs and healthy living.
Yeah. But now you gotta drive to get to a job, or you gotta be remote, or hopefully you get a job here that actually can pay you something to live off of.
That's kind of like with Randy, like, God, man, I want you to move down because you're my homie. I want to see you, you know, hang out with the kids. You hang out with my kids, but like, I understand, like, you got a good job up there. If you come down here, what are you gonna get that's paying that much? Like, I get it. Like,
there's some things that I don't understand the budgets of others, I guess, in a way.
I wish they could teach me how they do it, but if I find out they're just using credit cards, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, no.
Yeah, that's.
Look, I'll say my credit card debt. I got 8,000 credit card debt, but I have debt on there that's like been there for like 3 years, 2 years. Cause I just do the monthly minimum payments, but I start freaking out when that bitch is over like 10. That's when I really start freaking out. But like, I've always carried credit card debt, always.
Yeah. I mean, I've always had loans, and I've gotten to where I've cleared most of my credit card debt. I've got like at least 4,000 left on one, so I'm getting down. I've gotten a lot down, so it's getting there.
That's what I'm saying though. It's just like you and me are having to take additional things out. Probably like them too, but it's just like you're in the Metroplex. I'm in Winners.
Yeah, I know that place has got to be skyrocketing expensive to live. I mean,
or it's just this little town just really trying us, so we don't really know it.
yeah, I know.
Right? Is it?
Man.
I mean, that's how you slowly take shit over. You just a little bit here, a little bit
I
there.
mean, it was just like I had a problem with them trying to take an extra $7 every time they billed me for the garbage pickup. They would think my gas meter was a trash can because they do it by the scanning. And so every time they go by, it would charge me for 3 trash cans. And every time we had to go to the city, it's like, no, we have 2 trash cans. And they would fix it, but it was a hassle. Finally, once they told, or once I figured it out, they never told me. I just kind of like, okay, this thing is here. I'm gonna move my trash cans over here. After that, never had a problem. So I deducted that their camera was scanning my water for my gas meter as a third one.
I mean,
that's technology too. Screws you too. Instead of like how I don't know how they used to keep it, but I'm pretty sure they would tally us something hard.
they would, yeah, something like that. Something. It's nuts, bro. Like, me and Adriana were just like, because they're doing that construction down there.
Yeah.
Where I used to work. Yeah, me and Adriana were just like, just because we're down the street, watch our water, they'll shoot up $100 because they're just flooding the streets with whatever. I was like, yeah, they're going to coop this somewhere.
Yeah, they always do. It's the area that surrounds it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's really not fair, especially whenever y'all let it flush out for a while. But you know, also I don't know your procedures, so y'all may have your policies.
What
and stuff.
I've heard from somebody that's on this city council, I won't mention no names, that person told me that the water department here and all that, and it had to do with water, like they run off like grants from the state, all that to keep them afloat.
So we're dry. We're dry. We're at the bottom of the barrel now.
See, that just comes to the fact that, like, keep up with little government more than big government.
Yeah, because really, the big government, yeah, it does affect us, but the little government affects us more, and it affects us faster. You know, yeah, they may change law in the government, but it may take a while before it hits or before
It reaches us.
yeah. It changes. You know,
That's the only reason why I stayed in Winners for so long and not bounce back to it.
yeah, it's just it's easier, less to deal with, less bullshit. You know, it's cost of living cheaper.
Now, man, it's just like Adriana and our little sister's like, when are we going on vacation? And I'm just like, I want to go on vacation, but really, there's like nowhere in Texas I want to go because it's overcrowded now. It's shitty. It ain't how it used to be. Even like 2018, 2023, like feeling style. It's not even like that anymore. Like everything's changing at such a fast rate. It's
It definitely has changed a lot. I mean, That's why I try to go out of state a lot more.
Right.
I go like New Mexico, Colorado, Oklahoma. We travel a lot. That's just our deal because we're tired of being here. If I could get a job somewhere else, and I probably could, but I'd have to really commit to it. I would move.
Right. If it paid
if it paid enough to where I could, firmly feel that I could, support my family. Because then Vasilia has to start her business all over again.
Yeah.
Or whatever, she wants to do. So it's something I want to, because change, I want it, but gotta do it for a while.
I think that's kind of like our style though growing up in the 90s, that comfortable style. Like we played our cards, like some people went off and some people came back, some people never came back, and kudos to them. But I think we were just like, we got kids, this is our best safety net to give them the best whatever feelings we had in the 90s and 2000s and growing up. This is the best spot to get they're the last generation to get a little bit of a little tea salt taste of it. It's over now, it's gone now, but
I mean, anytime we go to the city, like when we used to do had an online school, we did an event where we went to San Antonio. They had something where they met up, they had all other homeschool kids. It was pretty cool. We got to see a whole different type of kids in that, of that age group there. It just...
It's that K through 12.
Yeah, we did that. It was cool. They had events and stuff like that, but then COVID hit and they kind of screwed all that. So then they went back to school. So.
See, COVID really finished off things that were barely keeping up with things.
Yeah. That killed everything.
That was the last little...
It just shot up gates and doors and just put up walls to where you can't do anything. Nothing, at least I would say fun. It may not be legal, legally speaking, but it was fun.
I think so too. I don't know, maybe just the government was working whatever they were working on and they just needed us to be distracted, so that's why maybe the 90s were such a good time.
And they are good at distracting.
Now whatever they were looking for getting, they apparently got it, because we see the way the world is now and the way they are. So apparently something switched to where it's just like, hey, we don't have to keep these fools distracted anymore.
Yeah.
Let's just bring them the same shit over and over and repeat it, and
trying to drill that old history repeats itself
thing. Yeah, like we're stuck in a loop.
It is weird thinking about it and all that. You kind of wonder where do we go now? They've got us taught this way. Do we continue looking in the past, or do we try to go forward?
My thing is, bro, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I got a lot to say, but I don't know. I mean, I think I said in the last podcast too about them already having technology. I mean, I'm pretty sure they have a whole, like Alex Jones said it in 2012, and he's been, man's been right. I'm pretty sure they have some other continent we don't fucking know about. They probably have a breakaway civilization. They're working with whatever else we've been living with around each other, and
I mean, they always say they don't like anybody going to Antarctica.
Yeah.
I mean, there was that kid, I don't know if you saw it on TikTok.
He got
arrested for going there. He's going to fly to all the continents to raise money for some fund.
He barely even touched point, and they swooped him up.
They got him.
I'll say it like this, since you're talking about that time loop. And I was thinking about it the other day too, because people are making Joe Rogan's still making a big deal about it. I kind of stopped listening to him. Yeah, because there's another example of it, like the time being in a loop. I don't know if you believe in the Bible, but whatever. Like it says in the Bible, like the days of Noah would be repeated, and that's kind of like how it is today, because I guess there's been a lot of talk and scientists coming out saying that the COVID shot changes your DNA. And like the days of Noah where, what was it, like the Nephilim were running around?
Yeah.
Gene editing, gene splicing, and all that.
It's also just like, how the Chinese, they have that study where they took and altering that gene, where they can get that, what's it called, the autism gene. they're pulling it, editing.
They could
It's
take off that cap.
yeah.
They can edit things, yeah.
It's getting a little scary that they can do that now.
I don't know. I wonder what technology they really do.
I mean,
Like have.
Yeah, if they could just alter that, what else are they doing?
Like,
'Cause,
bro.
you know, that's not all what they're testing now.
Oh yeah. Because like it's just like in the 90s we're like, hey, don't forget to rewind your VHS tape. And these dudes probably at Lockheed Martin were flying UFOs in the early 90s. That's what we were seeing. You know, we were just like so preoccupied and thinking like, oh my god, this is so cool.
Yeah. Or do you think that might be why they're like pushing out technology very fast to like just kind of like desensitize us or distract us in a way to
Everything,
do
bro.
everything in the background as they were?
Everything's a fucking psyop. Everything. Question everything. Everything's out to get us. Everything's a psyop. One way or another, it's just like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like talking about the dryer. Like it does nothing more special than the old one. Besides, don't get me wrong, I like it. It can kind of cut off the time short. If the sensor catches like all the clothes are dry.
Yeah.
I like that. That's cool. Whatever. But did I need to spend an extra $300 for all that? No, I would have took a simple $75 one. Yeah, I'll do the extra 20 minutes. Drying extra. Who cares? Whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Like if they do have technology and they're just slowly bleeding it out. They're taking their time still and all that good stuff. And it's just like it's the same shit, but just like you said about the movies, it's the same shit, but it's just a new title, new crew, new.
Yeah. It's just repeating, but just a little tweaking as it goes. Oh, you got a little fellow on you.
Sorry, folks, we'd be doing these late night sessions on
It's
garage.
too hot in this
Yeah.
Texas weather.
Yeah. Just like summer really like hit.
Yeah, it's starting to cook us a little bit. It hasn't hit those triple digits like back to back to back yet. I'm hoping it doesn't, but it usually comes this coming up month in August is hot.
I always look forward to September. Well, the old school September, because just like the '90s, the weather's changing. Oh man, like and I'm not talking about the whole cloud seeding, all that shit. Like, don't get me wrong, there's majority of it. Like people go there saying Earth is a living fucking creature.
Yeah, it changes.
It changes too. Like you're not gonna get that '90s weather anymore.
Continents shift, polar shift. I mean, everything is always moving. Eruptions. We don't know what's on the bottom of the floor, ocean floor. There could be more volcanic eruptions as we know it, and it's just growing it, pushing it out, or sucking it in. We don't know.
I think that's what true reset, like there's the whole Matrix reset, but I think true Earth resets. I think it does that every so often, just to, because don't get me wrong, we got traces of like ancient civilization, but I think those are like people before the whatever cataclysm, the flood, or whatever happened. We're the new set of human souls, in this collective.
Reset.
Yeah, in this collective. Yeah. And we're waiting for our asteroid or earthquake to.
Seems like they're going to flood us again with all the rain that we've been getting lately.
Well, now we can talk about the cloud seeding and shit too. Yeah, I remember looking up at the sky. I never seen so many fucking white lines flying by. I'm just like, what in the hell?
Yeah.
And bro, being outside the last month working on that fence, the sun's a little different this year.
It's a lot more intense.
It's a little crispy. Like I told Adriana, I was like, speaking of the '90s too, I was like, you remember the '90s bulbs where it just gave off like that brown colored light off? I was like, this feels like that was the old school sun. I was like, this new sun feels like it unscrewed it, put in an LED bulb, and just
it's like bright. Like I felt disorientated going out of my house this morning.
yeah.
It's just really stupidly bright.
Yeah,
It literally does feel like you just said an LED switch.
call me crazy. Hell, I'm so crazy that maybe they found out how to fucking really do control the weather like that. I don't know.
I mean, there is a miniature sun that
In China?
I think China or Japan.
They said they had like 5 or 6 though. That's crazy.
Yeah, they found out a way how to do it. They're trying to figure a way how to extract power from it.
And isn't it crazy though? Because like Bill Gates was, it's like, I want to cloud the sun. It's too hot. I want to.
These Motherfuckers are bringing it right to us.
I don't know who you talking to in the other world, but quit your shit. Like, quit your shit.
Oh shit, I forgot the music. My bad, people.
We're in deep conversation. We like life. We want to keep on doing it, but it just sucks that there's forces. And I hate to figure out at the end of all this, really we're just like living a prophecy, or like, hey, no matter what y'all could have done, it would have still played out. And, you know.
It was already written, and it's crazy because some people actually think that way still, like everything is written in stone. But with, I don't know, my thinking is there's always a variable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no matter what pinch you're in, there's always something to get you out of it. You know, it may not be the choice you want to take, and it might be a hard pill to swallow, but that's the choice you have to make.
That's where free will comes, you know.
Free will. Yep, free will and whatnot.
That's why I kind of believe, like, when people are like, and I believe in this a whole different way than other people, like the whole like timeline changes and shit. I was like, yeah, timeline changes depending on your decision, depending on your actions and how you do. Yes, no, left, right. It's always changing. Don't get me wrong, there's variables out there where you did go left. I believe in that too.
Yeah.
If I was a god, I would make every variation of everything. Where you one planet, you're fucking Adam, the firstborn. I want to see how you did. You know, Earth's 5526. Like, you're fucking Hitler.
I mean, as we see it, there's thousands of galaxies. I don't know if you've seen the cool telescope pictures.
James Webb.
It's so awesome, amazing, beautiful. I love it. I want to see more as it comes out. And that interests me a lot, just seeing all those pictures, just knowing that we are not the
Stay on that subject, because me and the girls, Flash and Adriana too, since we've been having, you know, once in a historic astrological sightings and comets and moons, you know, all this year there's always something every month, like this is another moon you won't see in 70 years.
Yeah.
All last year and this year still too. So me and the girls been wanting the best in the little telescope and just kind of look up, because that's the thing, damn thing too about these phones and other distractions. Like, we forget to look up, and when you do look up, you do see some shit where you're just like, fuck, like, that moved with that, and that's not supposed to move, like, you know, like, and seeing the stars, seeing the planets, just like, yeah, there's more to this shit than just 9 to 5, fucking.
Yeah. We got a telescope, but it's not the greatest one, so I'm trying to find a better one.
What kind did you get?
I don't even remember.
Or the price of it, let me just say that.
It was like $100.
Okay, $100. Okay.
You know, I try to spend at least a little bit, not going and getting a $25 or $50 one.
Well, that just tells me, like, if you're gonna get one, at least.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to spend a little more, because I want to see this.
I do too. I want to see Saturn rings. That's always the thing I wanted to see, was like Saturn rings. And I remember we saw 6 planets out of the whatever when they were lined up that one day. Like, we saw Mars bright as red, you know, it's cool shit.
Yeah.
I was never really into all that till the girls were like, Dad, and Adriana was like, did you see? I was like, not really.
Yeah, it's crazy that child's perspective changes you.
It does. It makes me.
Makes you kind of pull back to that, especially like pulling back to the 90s vibe. You know, I always tell myself I don't want to try to live through the kids like that. I want them to experience their own, but I also want them to experience something that I enjoyed whenever I was a kid. Like, you know, I remember laying outside in the trampolines late at night, you know.
Remember we used to sleep out there at night?
Yeah, we used to pass out all the time.
Make a tent?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, fuck.
You remember all those nights? Yeah. So safe, people, that you can make a tent in your backyard and sleep in there while your parents slept inside to get ready for work or whatever. It'd be just fine.
Yeah. That was some times right there.
It's,
That.
yeah, man.
Yeah, we got our trampolines now.
I can't even jump on the damn thing because of my back.
Oh man, if I get on it, I feel like I'm gonna balancing act. I don't know if I lost my what do they call that?
Equilibrium
or whatever. But I get dizzy real quick. I'll sit with Benjamin on the swing set. He'll be on one side and I'll be on this side. I'll push him and I'll start to swing, but then I'll get sick.
Really?
Yeah. Can't do it.
Some movies and TV shows finally do that type of thing to me. Yeah. Used to, I'd be like, nah. Now it's just like, okay, that's hurting my head a little bit. So I understand a little bit about that.
Yeah. It's weird growing and getting old.
It is. But back to the 90s thing again, it's just like, I feel like the 90s version of everything was like not so detrimental to like our health and well-being. It was more like, let's get these fools hooked on this. And then we'll give them the bad shit later.
Yeah.
The shit that causes cancer, or who knows, they probably were already doing it from the get-go.
I mean, there was a lot of stuff that now is very harshly regulated.
Yeah, asbestos,
Yeah, they got rid
lead.
of lead, asbestos. I mean, it's stuff in toys, plastics. I mean,
Poisoning every generation?
What is that? PPV or whatever.
Yeah.
Plastic. You know, how many plastic bottles did we have? Or the Kool-Aid jammers, or
A lot.
you know, all that stuff could have had all that.
And did it like so smooth too, like we were all stuck on the bottles and then they're just like, just throw some plastic in. They'll make the change. We did. We're just like, hey, this is so much convenient, you know?
Yep. I mean, it all stems from something, I guess.
Just like the 90s, you're getting lied to today.
Always, but
Like even school-wise, like I know you were saying a little bit earlier about the K-12 program, but when we were going to school, like the holidays felt like holidays, getting to dress up, getting to go to different classrooms.
like, there's one that I remember. I don't know why this one sticks to me, but it was a leprechaun. What's that?
The movie?
No.
The Lucky Charms? The cereal?
The holiday. What is that holiday?
Oh,
St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day.
For some reason, I remember one of the school days where one of the teachers did almost like a scavenger hunt with it. She sprinkled like glitter all throughout the floor. She just brought it to life and did something that it stuck with me. And I don't see that if we go to those parties. It's just the kids sitting there eating a piece of cake and then that's it.
That should tell you folks right there, like that 90s vibe. Like even the smallest holiday like that, teachers went out above and beyond to make it noticeable, special. Now, like Margaret was saying, like I think our kids have like Thanksgiving, Christmas, and Valentine's, the 3 parties throughout the year.
Yeah,
That's it.
I'm pretty sure that those are it. Maybe
And
Easter every so often, I think.
And they do it to where like it's kind of like a controlled environment. Sit down, food's here, grab, eat, make a little thing. All right, parents, just a sign out paper. All right, go.
Yeah. It just doesn't feel like the things where I don't know if you remember when they had the end of year. If you did so many books, you get a little
Book it.
Yeah, or no, where you got points and you could
KR?
had the no.
Damn,
They
naming
had
off all this
carnival.
shit.
Yeah, you're naming off everything. Yeah, it's stuff that they did too.
Book fair?
But it was just something they did at the end of the year where you got a lot of points and they had like a carnival. They had a dunk tank.
I remember that. Yeah.
It was over there by the old gym.
I remember that. Yeah. I can picture it right now. Yeah.
Stuff like that.
They had sections of different things to do, booths.
Yeah, little booths like ring toss, and it was the carnival stuff. But it's just another thing that sticks from that era.
Shit, remember they used to have the carnival back here, back in the heyday, next to the baseball field, and you get live chicks,
Yeah.
live little chickadees back in the day, by the thousands.
There's always something kicking off up there, like the softball games.
The Mayfields.
Yeah.
All the activities beforehand, yeah. Remember you can buy like the little knives and shit out there.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing like letting a
On the
12,
streets,
13-year-old
yeah.
like buying these knives and shit and lighters and throwing stars and
Yeah.
before things got shitty. I mean, talking about guns and knives too out in the open, like and selling it, it's just like whatever. But now it's just
Yeah. God forbid. You protect your family or, you know, enjoy shooting the gun responsibly.
Because I think, I know we were the last generation to do a lot in high school, but I think we were still going to school in junior high. The high schoolers still had rifles in the back of their truck.
I'm pretty sure there was a few of them that still did. And it was something that was allowed here.
Yeah.
Because it was a rifle. It was a hunting rifle.
Dude, that's crazy. And, like, don't get me wrong. I know it's about safety and keeping validation and counting, because we did our stupid shit, but the generation after us did so much stupid shit to where it's just like, all right, we got to cut out all this balonky. Because, man, I remember back in the day, you just pick a parking spot, drive up there, park. Now it's just like, you get a number, you get a...
Yeah.
They'll let us catch you smoking in it. They'll let us catch you, you know, around it during off. You know, it's just like, damn, they're watching me 24/7. How the hell? How can I live? How can I make mistakes and learn? How can I?
You have to follow the book.
You do. You got to be like, back then we could be rebels. Almost. You know, we were. Yeah, we are.
You could learn something.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Is you could learn by your mistakes or by your, you know, victories or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, you try something, but now it's like, you know,
Do this. Do it that way. Do it. No. You got. Well, it's easier if I. No. Shut up. We've been. Yeah. It's like, jeez.
That's why you know. I wish we could go back to that time just to relive a little bit of that. And just to experience it again.
Yeah. Oh, for real, bro. For real. Like, I know it sounds funny, but you know when you die and everything kind of like flash forwards? Can't wait to see what that real looks like. In all respect, because there's some shit in there where I'll just be like, as I'm dying, I'll just be like, damn, I forgot
Can I
about that.
screenshot that moment?
Yeah, you know, I'm just like, I forgot about that. Damn, hey. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, my life was pretty decent. I can no complaints here. Like, damn, I can't bitch really. I had a good upstart in life.
No, I mean, we had the good era, I feel. We had that moment to where we could explore and have fun.
We're the last generation that kind of knows. Even though the freedom was like a facade, we kind of know what, like, hey, this is how it should have been.
How it should have felt.
How it should have felt, how it should have been. This is, yeah. People that we can't control took it away. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's the way they're going to push us. And I don't know. I want to say we can try to do something, but is there really a choice to?
Like I said, I don't know, man. I'm just afraid, like, if we do get together, like I said, the leagues have something where it's just a kill switch in all of us somehow or something. And it's just like, we don't even need, we can just raise a finger and y'all are all done. Like, we're so beyond y'all, like.
It's a hard one to swallow, to figure out.
It is. Like, the real truth of it all is, like, I kind of like the Matrix. Like, we are batteries, and the more stimuli you give us to make us depressed, go to war, all this violence, everybody starts feeling out. The whole earth, you know, radiates it, and, you know, in different podcasts we'll get into the whole spiritual thing and talk, but yeah, there's things that feed on us for a reason, and, you know, it's all part of things that's been going on for thousands of years. We're just the new batch of souls that are trying to figure out, like, what the fuck.
Try to navigate this.
Yeah, like, they hid all of our history, they hid all of our books. I mean, it's just like, we don't know what the fuck.
Yeah. That's why I like just being in a small town where it feels like home, because we're still relaxing. We don't have to worry about all that nonsense. At least I feel that.
I feel that way too, unless, I don't know, some higher God has a different life path for us, which I doubt it. But yeah, I'm gonna chill out here probably the rest of my days with the kids. Like, and I'm that dad too. When the kids turn 18, like, I don't have to fucking move out. Just stay with us, or just fucking stay.
Whatever, as long as you can help out.
Yeah.
That's all I ask is help out. You know, if I could build a village,
Kind of me, yeah.
I would do
Yeah,
that.
that's what I want, man. I just want like 5 acres and, like, hey, you get an acre, you get an acre. You know.
Yeah, that's ultimately wish I could do. It's still not out of the realm of possibilities. But
It's like I told Adriana. Adriana will have her bachelor's degree in October if she does her Chronic-cles. I have mine, and like I told her, I was like, look, we're the generation of the two that's going to take all the ass whooping, the suckiness. Like, we won't get to see.
we won't reap the benefits.
Yeah, we're the starter. We're the generational curse breakers. We're the ones that have to be like, all right, kids, now here you go. Don't fuck it up. Like, yeah,
Build it.
yes, don't fuck it up.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. It's just, living through all the stuff that we've lived through, learned through what we have, and seen what we've seen. I mean, I got a grip to where I want to set the kids to where they don't have to worry about the stuff that I'm worrying about.
Right.
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 I'm getting comfortable, but I want to get to where I want to be relaxed.
Me too, bro. Me too. I just sit back and just be like,
That way, going back and, like how other people, they reclaim their 90s or they reclaim their era of things. I want to reclaim some of my things too.
this is my second breath of wind, man. I just had to get the body tuned up and
I want to build a skate ramp. I want to buy my game room that I want. I want my stuff like I used to have. My posters, all my skateboarding posters I used to have. I want that still.
the man cave, the office.
Yeah. All that style. I love the style and everything like that.
Posters on the wall and all that. Yep.
I used to have them everywhere.
We used to go. What was the place in the mall we did the poster?
Spencer's.
Is it Spencer's?
Spencer's used to have them. Hot Topic.
Hastings would
Hastings would have them.
You know what's so crazy? Like going to Spencer's, like even when we were like 13 or 14, we go like the sex spot. Like some of us were already doing things, but we were just like, ooh,
oh my god.
Nowadays, kids are like, yeah, that dildo's a little like, how the fuck? How would you know? Like, they're like, what are you doing? Like, it's just.
Yeah, they're desensitized.
That's another thing about the 90s. Yeah, maybe that's why it was so.
I mean, it's sex is everywhere now. I mean, even in cartoons, I hate to see it, but there's jokes, sexual jokes in there
all the time.
All the time.
All the damn time. Some even fly over my head. I was like, that's a good one. Like I wouldn't even. That's smooth. Okay, I see what you're doing there. Maybe that's the reason why.
But if you think about it, in ours too, we've had some. I mean, every generation has some kind of weird stuff. But
they didn't go through the rituals like we had to do. Like they didn't go through like the upbringing. Like, hey, if you look at porn, either you go to a forest and one was there, or you stole your dad's underneath the bed and return it back. Like they didn't go through like the hardship like we did when it came to those things.
It's readily available. They can just open a tablet.
Yes, and get whatever they want.
Forest porn.
Dude, I haven't watched porn in 3 years, 4 years. Last time I watched porn is because I was in San Angelo parking lot and they needed my sperm sample when I got cut. So guess what? Your boy had to go in the parking lot. And I was like, what's the cool ones everybody doing? I was like, I think it's Pornhub. Like I didn't even know the fucking top website. I don't.
It's just, I mean, it's one of those things. Yeah, it was fun as a kid to Google ad and all that stuff, but it's just it's the same stuff.
Yeah, and plus, if I want to nut, it's gonna be fucking because I don't get it up like how it was in my 20s either. Where I can just like, we're just.
I don't know. I still have that.
It's crazy, man.
I got too much stamina. I guess it's somewhat.
And I have high testosterone. Like I have 780. Like the normal range, unless you're on TRT, is 1,000. Like I only need 250 to fucking hit the cap, and that's crazy. Not being on nothing.
Yeah. I wonder what mine is. I'm just too lazy to get to the test.
I'm curious too.
Yeah. Gotta do it one of these days. But I'm just kind of like, I'm still feeling good. I'm alright. I get a creak over here and there, here and there, but
main thing's not being on any medication.
No medication at all. Nothing.
everybody I touch is like, I take this, and I'm like, oh my god. You take it to counteract those effects too? Interesting.
Yeah, I only take like the most is like a leaf.
But
That's pretty much the only thing I take. Or if
Adriana,
I'm sick, it's like Dayquil.
yeah, over the counter. Yeah. Adriana takes somewhere. I don't even take anything over the counter. I will say one thing: working out and making sure like some of my levels are good. I haven't been like sick in like 2 years.
Built your immune system pretty good.
I haven't been sick in 2 years, and like it has made the world of difference. I was like, was I really that fucked up? So I was turning to that point to where I was gonna be like everybody else, like 4 medications, 5 medications. I was like, I can't do this shit.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
They tried to give me metformin and all that. I was just like, I was like, I'll figure out a way to counter this. And,
Yeah. It's one of those things, like, if you really don't push yourself to do something, it's going to be harder. Because then you start relying on those. At least you got it to a point where you're not relying on it. You don't need it.
Marcus had a bottle and 2 little shots here on the floor the whole time, and I have no urge.
Yeah, they've just been sitting here.
He's like, they've just been sitting here.
I was drinking earlier today, so I stopped at this place called the Smoker's Outlet in San Angelo. It's one of those kind of like what are those other quick stops where you can pull in?
Like that, like a barn.
Yeah, it's a margarita thing. I got
Kind of like Eskimo Hut.
Yeah, Eskimo Hut. It's exactly like Eskimo Hut. And so I pulled up there. I used to get these whenever I lived in San Angelo. These little juggeritas. And it's a little bitty milk jug, and they fill it with the margarita. You choose, liquor, whatever one you want. Vodka, tequila.
That's
rum.
crazy.
And
Sounds good.
it was good for back then. It was like $5 for a 32-ounce margarita that gets you fucked up.
A quick, yeah.
Oh fuck yeah!
A quick little, yeah.
Grab 2 of these, me and my buddy, and go and chug them and just fuck around. I lived in my car, man. I lived in San Angelo for the most part.
Oh, that's when you were doing all that still, huh?
Yeah, I was doing all that. Joey let me crash at his college dorm for a little bit.
Remember we went through there one day. I was just like, good thing I did not pick the college life like this. I was like, I wouldn't have made it, bro. I would have been like, yeah, I would have been fucking off too much.
Yeah, it was fun. That's one of my experiences that I loved. Dude, even though I was living out of my car, I had fun.
Those are all, and that's what I'm saying. The rite of passage shit.
Yeah. That's one of those things. I feel like I don't know if a kid should do that
now, right? Yeah, I know I wouldn't let my kids do it.
Yeah. But it was one of those things that I'm glad I experienced. Showering at the fucking college dorms.
Yep.
Or fucking going and sneaking into one of the gyms and showering there.
Good time. Yeah. Young men need to have an origin story, a little journey, a little hardship. And, yeah.
If the stories that my kids will hear eventually. God damn it.
My kids already think I'm crazy, so I'm alright.
Oh, they haven't seen the gist of it.
My kids see me wild out. They're like, bro, you crazy. They tell me too, like, bro, you crazy. You need to chill the fuck out.
Oh.
Right then, it's like, you need to take some of my ADHD medication, huh? Shit. Yeah.
Oh, your ass, dude.
I admit, though, man, I just got too much energy sometimes. Don't know what to do with it. I mean, I put it to good use. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I bet you feel good after you do all that work. It makes you calm down a little bit.
That's what Adriana said. She's like, you just need to sit back and just look and just be like,
Enjoy your rewards. It's there.
Like I told you, my dream is I want all the animals to run up to me when I fall.
The animal whisperer.
Yep. I want them to be like, yeah. But yeah, folks, 90s compared to today, everything that's changed, everything that's about to change.
Yeah. Everything is going to change. You just got to evolve with it.
Yeah. We're trying not to make this like a gloom and doom one, but we are in that time where, decisions have to be made.
And this is, just reliving and thinking and talking back and shit.
Exactly. Like, I try to look at time like, I look at it like this. I was like, all right, the next 20 years, things will be worse, of course, but it's still going to be the same living. Like, I don't think the world's going to end. I don't think we'll be in a fucking big ass war. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Not that I say that. Hopefully not. But
no, I think we still got a good amount of time.
that's how I see it. That's how I see it. And if I'm 70, the world's about to end. Like, good luck, girls.
Could be wishful thinking.
Could. But on that note. Well.
Again, also, anybody that's still listening, had listened all these episodes, I want to say we appreciate you. We're going to try to keep a good schedule and pump these out every so often. It may not be regularly, but we are busy people. We do have lives and family we got to tend to.
And that includes if y'all want to be guests too, we have to work with y'all's schedule, but we'll try to find things. We do want to start doing guests and take this on the road like we originally planned. But
this is a mobile unit, and we are going to buy another headset and mic, so we have all three, and then after that we see more people want to join. Hey, we can have 4 people on, and have this a good shebang.
But hell yeah. Well, on that note, folks,
we appreciate it.
This is it.
Talk to you in the next one.
All right. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Marcus.
Bye, everybody. Later.